She's not really back, is she? That is by the way of Melody Tensei, who has previously announced hiatus, but has never announced that she's back, which is pretty evident with her battery replacement stream. Sometimes we wonder if she really is back. However, we have exclusive information from the tech wizardess herself, and thus we'll hand it over to Mel herself. Take it away. Thanks, False Mel. First up, I got a brand new logo. What do you think? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks goody? I mean, we got a little like circly looking thing and a galaxy in the ring. Kind of gives out that Michael Jackson vibe, don't you think? Let me know in the description below. And with that aside, I got a brand new links page, which is currently hosted on pincushion.eternia.moe/@melodytensei. The reason why I'm moving out of my card is because I want to bring up more customizability without having to worry about the element count limit. So with that addition, it has given me more space to add a few social medias, including PC Part Picker and a Steamy social media. Whatever happens there stays there. Don't bring it over to YouTube. And without the limit, allows me to add even more context onto each of the sections. Say for example, the donation section, more on that later. And if you're wondering where I got the template from, do check out Linkstacks. It's a whole new server that lets you self-host this kind of thing. Check it out on GitHub. Now with that aside, I've also decided to return to Ko-fi and Throne for my donation platform. And with that said, I've also enabled PayPal as my donation option for PayPal balance user. To those who are paying using cards, please use Stripe, the one that is not PayPal, as an option, because then more money would get to me because PayPal takes a little bit more for transaction fees that will be taken off me. And I've also included that context in the notes section as well in case you forgot. And with moving back into Ko-fi, it also means I'm going to start making some more 3D wallpapers, very occasionally however. If you got any ideas, send them down in the description below. And with more wallpapers, I've also decided to up the quality, which also means I'm moving out of Blender and to use Unity to make these wallpapers instead, because I think Unity is much more close to the aesthetics that my current model is. However, I got plans to do something even more exciting, which is Unreal Engine 5. However, I'm waiting for colliders for this model to be fixed on Unreal Engine 5 first before I can make wallpapers out of Unreal Engine 5. More on that in the future. And speaking of fixing my model, I've added a couple of additions to my model that are very, very minute. You might have seen this in my Got Impatient video, where my mouth can puff and I can stick my tongue out. In addition to that, I could also move my mouth sideways, although very, very little. Now onto a different topic. I've heard your concerns. Oh Mel, when's your Discord server? Do you have a Discord server? I want to keep in touch with you. Well, I understand, however, moderation is a really daunting task for me, especially for someone who's doing everything on the channel from top to bottom all by myself. So I've been waiting for a moderator to be able to assist me on that. However, if you have watched the recent streams, you might have noticed that I may have found a moderator, and I'm going to appoint them as a moderator for my Discord server, and I'll eventually work on the Discord server when I finally have time to work on it. Well, it doesn't mean that the Discord server is coming instantly. It may take months, it may take even half a year, but rest assured it is going to be in the works. And speaking of being in the works, I've decided to step out of Twitter and Instagram because of great concerns of the wildly changed TOS on Twitter. While it would be quite devastating to lose network on the community on Twitter, I've also decided to step out of it for various other reasons, to which I wish to not disclose. Mel, where would the updates come then? Glad you ask. The updates are going to be now on YouTube community post and Blue Sky for English. And I also wanted to practice my Japanese skills a little bit, so I've started writing a couple of important update posts in full Japanese on Misskey as well. Do check those out on the page I mentioned earlier. And on top of that, I've also decided to start mainly streaming on YouTube. Albeit now that I'm on YouTube, I'm gonna be making lesser streams and more videos, because I honestly think making streams are quite taxing on me, especially for someone who's been doing everything alone. While I'm not going to fall behind on the stream quality, I am going to drop the frequency, but I am going to keep focusing on videos, so hopefully you would keep in touch with me for future videos. But it's not like I'm gonna stream once in a long while either. I'm gonna try to keep up a stream frequency of once a week, hopefully most of the time. And with that said, I wanted to also expand my coverage for certain interesting communities that I may reach out to. So I've added localization to my channel in Chinese and Japanese. Though I won't be adding subtitles to those languages just yet, but they are in consideration someday when I do have a translator that could help me on that. And with all the changes mentioned, I'm gonna take a short management hiatus so I can rebuild my PC and actually get certain actual parts in and tidy up the spaghetti town level cable management on my desk setup. I'm really sorry for more delays, but this is going to take probably 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna be managing more than just what I just mentioned of the two. I'll probably be taking care of tidying up my channels and everything, and my OBS to make sure everything stays up to date and none of which are abandoned. And after all that, I'm really sorry for the constant delays. I hope to manage way better in the coming future and push more content out. Though with that said, while I'm gone, there's gonna be one video that I'm gonna be pushing out. It's going to be my very first video that I've properly edited in 2024. Here's a trailer, check it out. So, how do you think? Do you think it looks good? Let me know in the comments below. Back to you, False Mel. Thank you so much, Mel. And that is all for today's episode. As always, press like and subscribe if you want more content out of me. And there'll be more Melody Tensei 2024 for you soon.